Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Modded Superflat Survival episode 37. Here I am in my AFK shack. I was letting more of the coal cook and more iron spawn and whatnot. I already mostly kind of cleaned those out, therefore right now we really only have, the steel is still cooking up. Howdy Ryan, welcome back. It has been a long time. I don't believe you've been on a stream since UMP, which was at least a couple months ago. Ryan, I was gonna say something to you because you brought it up on a previous stream, and then I had an answer, and now I don't remember what it was. I thought about it this morning, and I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I'm gonna let you know now, in hopes of me remembering at a later point once more. But with all that aside, I need to wrap up on the redstone wiring, and I realized we're close, except I may have done it all wrong. Howdy, Ian and Paul as well. Well, a lot of people right here at the beginning. Yeah, I may have slightly done all that wrong, because if you remember, way back over here, we have some of the pass-through cables, or whatever it's properly called, where it uses the block as a connector, and the signal goes through the block. Apparently, I've been unintentionally setting that up for every single connector over here. Therefore, I have reason to believe I did pretty much the entire system wrong. Therefore, I'm gonna have to redo a lot of that. Yay. But first, what happened? Do 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 do. YouTube said you currently signed out. I don't know, I'm gonna ignore that because it went away really quickly here. Everything's still working. I'm just gonna ignore that. That's a new error. I'm getting low on bread. I didn't realize that. Nom, 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 nom. YouTube says I'm still streaming though, therefore I'm just gonna kind of ignore that for the time being. Alright, so that's good enough bread for the time being. I needed to... what was it? Oh, I needed aluminum, because that's currently the substance we are low on. Yeah, we don't have a lot of it. Alright, I'm gonna need to cook all this up. 6 of these means 12 saplings. And then I might as well just turn all of this into the wire. I have not played Trombone Champ. I'm not a big music person. I do what needs to be done though. Ah, yes, some of that bauxite, because here we are, ever since Galacticraft back in 2013 or 14. Almost 10 years later, I'm still calling it bauxite because I've never officially learned however else to pronounce it. I threw the steel in there, right? Okay, well, we're doing good. We're at 446. This needs to hit like 600 or so. 600 steel before I'll start working on the steam stuff. Start working on the locomotive and tender. But yeah, that'll be soon. Trademark. Yeah, this is almost done here. In fact, I can start cooking this all up now. For the reason being of 8. One charcoal cooks 8 everything. And I realized I should have acquired another 8 saplings. We're gonna cook that up real quick, and then once I get the aluminum, I'll be able to make more of the redstone wire coils. Oh, and I'll need more connectors. Oh well, the connectors are irrelevant. I still have a lot of electrum. I made a fair amount of that yesterday. I am looking for... I just said it. Saplings. I need 8 of these. Maximum efficiency. Ah, more toilet problems I see. Interesting, that's now proceeding to pop up on OBS a lot faster. I'm probably going to keep the extra 2 unhammered for the time being. Alright. Oh, I was only supposed to... does not matter. That's good enough. So we need plates, then snip plates into the wires. That's an odd number. I need 3 more. Well, lucky for me, I have exactly 3 more. Weirdest controller? I have it right next to me. It's this Sci-Tech Rumble. P2500 Rumble. Yeah, it is, the button configuration is very non-standard compared to what you see on modern day controllers. That's not what I needed. Snip. Alright, so next, sticks. I need some of those. We've had, or well, I say we because it was kind of my dad's first, then it transferred over to me since I became the gamer. It's been around nearly all my life. As far back as I remember, we've always had it. We had it before my current controller, which is based on a PlayStation controller. I'd say closer to like PS2, but with triggers being values. So I guess it functions like a 3, but it looks closer to 2. But anyways, P2500 Rumble, if you were asking about the controller. Okay, so I have the dust out of the wire coils. We need more clay. I need to cook more clay, since it would appear I don't have that much. There's a whopping 10 plus 6. Booyah! That adds up nice and evenly. So I can cook this up with 2 more charcoal. We're almost done here, because once the charcoal's done, then I'll be able to bail on out and start doing stuff. Let me just grab a little bit more. So once the clay is done cooking, I'll be able to make more of the controller connectors, because I'll be needing more of those, because I have the signals done. I have all 7 set up, but I don't have the override, the local override switch set up. What do I need? Oh yeah, Electrum. Electrum's over here. As you see, I made a lot of nuggets. Alright, so. Yes, this is indeed all I'll need. This is probably all the planks I'll need in order to travel the whopping distance. Oh wait, I was supposed to get charcoal as well. Oh well. There's another 16. How many more do I even need? You know, this might be good enough. I'll make a little more. Boop. Because I feel like I'm going to end up needing it at some point. There we go, 24. 26 wire coils and 26 connectors. That should be all that we need to finish up on the project. I don't think I've seen a Sega Genesis controller, but I have seen PS1s. But yeah, like I said, it's old, so therefore the older styles would make more sense in terms of comparison. Okay, so I have the planks, connector, coil, redstone, cutters, and hammer. I think we are good to head on down now and start redoing all of this. We're going to start with just the closest switch. Well, I guess the second closest, because this one's officially closest. This one works as intended, therefore I'm not touching that. But for the other one, that's going to be this left wire, this leftmost wire. That is signal number 2. I could label these. Oh, I never brought signs. Well, anyways, so I did not mean to make these pass-through cables. So that one's output, that one's input. And this one you see, because this is my done goof section. I'm going to need to snip these. So so what I need is, oh, should have done just this first one. I set this to output. So once this is output, then I place it down. That way, because I was trying to figure out why the shadow and why it wasn't changing. That's because I was setting all these connectors to be pass-through cables. Or pass-through connectors. That is not what I want. Therefore, I think I'm going to need to snip every single connector, but we're going to test first. You see, now this wire is red instead of black like all the others. Therefore, I'm going to really, really hope, which is kind of not entirely accurate because this one's red. I don't really know. This is kind of complicated. Let's see, how's this looking though? Oh, that one's supposed to be input, right? That one did not function because if you notice, this is a corner piece. Pass-through cables go from one end to the other. They do not work on corners. Alright, we're going to see if that just so happens to work, because if that's the case, oh boy, it's becoming nighttime. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Do. Hello, let me just drop that back. Nope. Oh, I'm making it worse. Oh my gosh, I'm going for the slimes. But I'm picking up the grass instead. Alright, well, either way, I gotta catch some Z's, because there is almost no light out here. I need to fire some more of them torch rockets. Light up the place. Okay, but first, we sleep. Doop 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 boop. The moon is rising. Alright. We're gonna hold onto that bed, and then I'll keep the storage crate. I need a new axe. This one's getting moderately low. Okay, so over here, it works. I wonder if I can deal with all of these being pass-through cables, and if my really only big done goof actually comes down to all of these are just not hooked up correctly. Oh my gosh, I did it for both output and output. How did that happen? That's interesting. Well, either way, the input needs to be this backside. So if that happened to be my problem, then I'm going to be a happy camper. Because that means it's going to function correctly, and I don't need to redo every single wire. It's just going to look a little different because this one's going to be red, all the others are going to be black. I think that might be a lighting bug after all. Well, anyways, as you see from the lights off in the distance, those are all on, therefore, every single one of these should be on. And that looks like the case, so the last thing we need to do is, I think it's faster to run all the way back, because I have the orange portal set up way at the other end, beyond the view distance, because there's that one switch track to get onto the main flat line over there. Therefore, we're going to run all the way back and just pass through the blue portal over here. Because I'm pretty sure, well, it doesn't matter, I'm already over here anyways. It's going to be faster just to travel the distance through the portal. Ever use a joystick? Yes, flight controller joystick. I don't have the name because it's not over here. It's on the desk in the living room. Because my pre-built computer is over there. I've said before, the pre-built computer is how I got the 3070, and I just swapped cards. So it has my old 1080, and I'm using the pre-built 3070. When you say big, are you talking like... Okay, how tall is it? Maybe 6 or 8 inches tall, and like 4 or 5 inches wide? I'm trying to visualize, like, right in front of me. If you consider that big, then I'd say yes. Ours has, I think, on the main body of it, it has, I think, 6 buttons at the bottom, 5 or 6 buttons that are programmable, and then it has the joystick itself has the trigger, I think 3 buttons on top, then a little hat joystick. So like on the primary joystick, it has a little hat that turns and whatnot, and then on the side of it, I think there's 1 extra button as well. Is this on? This is not on. Okay. We're close. So that's an output. Oh, I'm missing a wire here. Wait, am I? Or is it just invisible? I don't know. I think the wire just might be dumb. Depends. Can I snip it? Alright, cool. Yeah, that just means I'm gonna have to travel this whole distance and figure out what the problem is. Ah, that's not fun, because this is the longest wire over here. Oi. But anyways, because it's a flat joystick, it also has additional, it has the entire additional, what is it? It's kind of like, it's not a joystick, it's its own additional, I guess, lever. I can't really think of how it's to describe it, but that has two additional, it's kind of like half a D-pad where the button is all connected, but it has the central state. Then you turn it to the left or to the right. But yeah, that was for planes and whatnot. That's the throttle, and then from there is the two rudder buttons that are used. Okay, that one's output. That one's input. Oh wait, I have an idea. I should test if this is functioning, because if this is working, because I see this is red. Yeah, because if this is functioning here, then the problem exists between this and way over there. Therefore, I'm gonna have to steal one of these lights. Or maybe I won't need to. I could just plop that down, put a little bit of redstone on that, put the connector. Hello. You gotta go. Set that to output, and then hook those up. Does the redstone turn on? Okay, so the redstone turns on, therefore the problem exists between here and the whole distance there. Yeah, these slimes are annoying. That's kind of why I have the water surrounding the village, assuming you haven't been keeping up with any of this series. But yeah, I wonder if it comes down to the signal is just straight up not far enough. I'll need to test every step of the way, seeing if this works or not. Or I could go to like half the point. Namco Nikon? Internal server shutting down. Well, at least it told me it's shutting down, because that means it saves. Okay, what's the problem? World client function. Well, it's better than when it just closes. No unexpected error. That's not useful. Unreported exception thrown. That is the most useless information on this. But let's see. There's a PS1 controller. I didn't keep up with technical names or other additional names. I just know it as PS1. Where'd all these questions for controllers come from? As we sit here waiting for Minecraft to boot up. One thing I'll always like more about beta Minecraft, even modded beta, we're talking like 1.7.3 or maybe like 1.5_1, that always booted up so quickly. Modern Minecraft, especially modern modded Minecraft, takes so long, especially trying to load into a world. Minecraft, InfDev, and Alpha, you could boot up the game and hop in a world, be playing in a matter of several seconds. Alright, still says Lincoln. Yeah, that means because I hooked that up there. Hadoink! Alright, so we're going to run several sections farther and then see until we get to the end. We're going to test the wire here, see if this works. Still turns on. Therefore, a signal is still being transmitted. Therefore, we'll go a little bit more. I'm thinking the next section, we'll test it out, see if there's still a signal. If not, then I'll backtrack and see where the problem is. Okay, that still has a signal, so that's good, because that means most of this was done correctly, so we shall see. Snip. I guess I'll test this last section, see if it still works over here. I'd like to hope there's not actually a limit for redstone, because otherwise I don't really know how to boost the signal other than straight up using a comparator or a repeater. Okay, so this one still turns on, therefore I need to figure out why that one's not turning on. I guess it's so much easier to just have this at the end. Alright, so nom 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 nom. Alright, so this one, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that that works. So therefore, that says input. Okay, well, that one says input. And I realized I did it wrong because I need that one there. Because I need to click that one to set it to output first. So then I oink. So now that is guaranteed output. So does that work? It does not. Why does it not? Because the signal is for sure transferring. Hello, little slime. You gotta go. Well, actually, you're not a little slime, you're a medium slime. Ha! You deserve to suffocate. And drop down. Okay, so. Because this signal, it works. Because I just tested that. I tested this particular wire. So we're going to see. So set that to. Oh, I did it wrong. Ha! And we're going to hope this doesn't go through the portal. Okay, cool. This one needs to be the output. That one's the input. Okay, so I was right the first time. Because I forgot the output is the end because it's outputting to the block. It's a little complicated. Okay, so I wonder. Nope. This is quite interesting because I'm not sure why it does not feel like. Yeah, okay, so set that one to output. Hello, slime, how's it going? This one still says white. Channel white. Output. Oopsies. Okay, so. Is that a one? Is that important? Oh my gosh, I set the reminder from a wrong time. Okay, so. Because we're so close, it almost works. It's just not entirely functional. Because that right there, that one's output. Therefore, this one's also output, which means if I head on over here, it's becoming nighttime again. Time to catch some more Z's. Ah, so close. All right, I'm gonna have to slide that forward. Set that to output. Because if I really need one repeater for this way at the end, I'm going to be a little sad. Oh, that does not work. I thought I just tested that. Did I really test the segment beforehand? Okay, well, either way, I got to catch my Z's. Can I just do something real fast? And I'll redo that. Okay. So, I need to figure out where the problem is. Because I know I tested this. Did I really test this previous segment here? No, wait. Yeah, set that to output. Plop the redstone. It worked! And now it doesn't work. Is it because those are like unloaded chunks or something? If so, we're gonna have a very bad day if that is indeed the case. Alright, so I'm going to try a little something something. I'm gonna hook this up as intended and see if it does indeed work, for the reason being of it will send the signal once it realizes everything is functional. So that one's on. So then I head on over here. Alright. So we're gonna go through Wump. Oh wait. It's gonna be a one-way trip because I'm gonna have to make my way all the way back here. Okay, well either way, we're gonna try it anyways. Oh, I'm taking the slow way. We're gonna need to go down the wire. That way it's just zoom, zoom. Yeah, otherwise I just might have to suffer with that last switch not functioning due to length. Well, at least now I'll be able to for sure know what the problem is. Alright. I wonder if that's where the crash came from, because it's like, yo, this is supposed to work, but it's not. Okay, so therefore, I'm gonna turn that off. Yeah, I don't feel like going back up there. Alright. You know what I should do? I should get the horse. Okay, we're gonna turn that on. Or I guess what I could do is just temporarily keep the blue portal down here. Wump. Okay, so. Time to test this all over again. Kind of. Alright. So I've indeed turned it back on, therefore I'm going to double check this again, because if I know this is working, then it's definitely a problem with, or a problem that is indeed beyond my capacity of being able to fix. My leg. Okay. Gonna hook that up again. So the signal is indeed correctly being sent out this way. But I'm really thinking the problem is that the signal is not updating the full length due to it being beyond the chunk render distance. It's kind of what I'm feeling over here. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a unwise decision. We're gonna bump that up and hope Minecraft doesn't yell at me anymore. Alright, so that way, all that stuff is loaded. Alright, so therefore, because I know the chunks will be loaded, I'm capable of seeing the distance. So now the portal is just convenient for... Oh, wait a minute. It is on. It is receiving the signal. Ah, have I been reading this incorrectly the whole time? Because this torch is indeed supposed to remain off. Here, I guess I could test it. Wump. Haha, signal is indeed received. I might have been reading that incorrectly the entire time. I don't think I was entirely paying attention, but either way, it works. That's the important part, because that is indeed doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-boop. So the question is, if I go over here, it's going to register that it updated. So flip that off. Wump, head back over here. That turns on, therefore this is now off. Yay! Okay, cool. So now here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to set up the switch, the local override switch. So that is, which signal is that? That is this signal. Okay, we're going to have to do something with this signal and send it. Step one is, I think I'm going to have to get it across the wire. Okay, so in order to do that, I'll start here, and then I'll need to establish a little plank platform Because I'm gonna have it run next to this one over here. Half an hour in, and all I did was debug. Oh well. Okay, so now I know this is the distance. If I'm right, the redstone signal is not from point A to point B. It is point A to point B with however many branches in between that are required. So I'll set this up like, where's the closest? I think 1 block or 2 more. Yeah, 2 blocks in between. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set that one to output. And then we're gonna hope that this connects. I'm not concerned about the wire looking a little weird going through the... too far. That's unfortunate. Okay, so therefore, game plan is to first, I guess, drive it up. Quite literally up a wall. Is that even still gonna work? Oh, it might. Was that 4 blocks? Yeah, it was. Okay. So then I plop that down. Oh, did it wrong. I need to plop the first one, set that to output, and then proceed to do the second one. Alright, cool. Then yeah, that one connects. So does that one. Therefore, you have not mentioned that you acquired a PS4 Pro recently. Let me just double check, make sure that... Why does this still say linking? Alright, well either way, set that there. Plop a redstone, set that to output. That one's output, that one's input. I think that signal might not be on. Let me double check. Yeah, it shouldn't be on. No, I just need to double check, make sure this one's working correctly. Have fun enjoying pretty classic rye. Okay, is that now on? It is indeed now on. Therefore, I'm gonna do the same thing with what I did for all those other posts. Walk 32 blocks, and then that'll be where the next one is. The next post to set up. So this is what all this wood comes from all the posts. From here all the way to the switch at the other end. Gotta go way over there. So time for the more boring stuff. But at least I set up all the other ones yesterday, because that was definitely took a while. Anyways, 1. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's set that one to output before plopping down the input. Okay, 1. 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, this is going to need to... Along the path here, I'm going to need to have it branch off to those other signals, or the other... Because I need this signal, this redstone signal, to transfer to all switches simultaneously. So right now it's currently connected to that first one. It's also going to need to connect to the other 5 here, plus all the 6 over there. I'm really hoping I'm not going to need more than 5 sidings, for the reason being of I'm now realizing how much of a pain it would be if I had to run additional wires from there all the way over to here. Hey, slimes! Did you know that this is your last day of life? Set that to output before plopping down the new one. You know what I should do? I should put a redstone lamp on all of these. Oh my gosh, that's such a great... Why didn't I think about this earlier? If I put a redstone lamp on every single post, that would definitely tell me if there's a redstone signal being transferred or not. I really should have thought about that sooner. Hello. Bye. Oh, I only have 15 connectors. That's good for another 7 posts. Well, I think 8. Because I'll have one more and it's gonna be the termination point. Hello. Oh well. One day I'll probably put redstone lamps on all of these. Assuming the power is still transferred between the thingies. But yeah, these slimes were definitely giving me a big problem yesterday as well. Working on all those other wires. Two, three, four. Yeah, I'm not too sure. We're gonna see if this even works. If I could plop a wire between there and there both. I wonder if I could hook them both up coming through here. I wonder. Yeah, set that one to output. Keep that one there. We're just gonna test this real fast. So what I need is set that one output. Boop. And then I need this one over here as well. That one output. That might be obstructing. Ah, the block that's obstructing is not the one I thought it would be though. Alright, that's fine, I'll just move it on top. And you already see, all these slimes are being problematic over here. I wish I had some slime repellent to straight up just keep them away from me while I'm trying to work on this. Hadoink! That works. Alright. Let me just nom 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 nom. Do 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 do. Okay, so then from here, I hook that one up. I'd rather not figure out what all these slime spawn chunks are, though. That sounds very, inconvenient. I know I could have... In fact, if I were to get something like Ray's Minimap or something, there's a slime chunk visibility on there. I'd be capable of figuring out where all the slime chunks are. But either way, I'm not going to spend enough time out here. This is mainly all for the initial setup. Okay, do I know? Are these working? It is working! Yay! The redstone signal is still being transferred. But yeah, otherwise, I'm just going to use water. That's where I said earlier all the water surrounding the village is, because that's so much easier to just flood massive amounts of areas. Because you'll really only need two buckets of water initially, and then you can eliminate as many slimes as possible. Because then you just expand and expand and all that stuff. Alright, so let's see. We will be continuing the signal from here. Hello. I'm gonna leave the small fry slimes for now, just because they don't do damage. Trying to count here. The most annoying part of the slimes are when I'm trying to count, because I could deal with, flinging them around all day long, but if I'm trying to count, I can't count when they're slapping me. Of course I can't count the small ones. Sorry, small fries, you've come to an end already as well. Ah, I was right there. I was about to put the block down, and then he said, "Nope, not today." All right, time to recount. After I fix the random holes, don't want it to look like an Enderman was here. Time to recount. You're a problem. Keeping these exactly 32 blocks apart just because that's most efficient. I probably should have said that for the folks who didn't know why I'm counting. No, but yeah, that's the very reason, because I'm maximizing the distance that the redstone signal is able to travel. Oh, that one might straight up be obstructed. We're gonna find out. Because I was hoping I didn't need any extra posts, but that might not entirely be the case. Okay, so therefore I'm going to take that there. Put that there as well. Therefore that one's on. Hello. Uh-oh. I thought I picked up the slime. Man, now I'm gonna have to go get that. Because I just sent my grass flying, and I'm going to need to plop that back where it belongs. Okay, so that one has been established. I straight up just might set up an additional pillar, like right there. Hello. Set that output. Yeah. Well. Oh, Minecraft said nope. There we go. That's what I was. That's the usual these days. I can cross that off. As for this one, cross that off as well. Then on my to-do list for the day, I can cross off the wires. Now I have the pump and the water tank. That's going to be after we finish this wire, which hopefully is not going to take another 20 minutes. If the slimes keep bothering me, then I'll have to just deal with them. But I might kind of begin to cheat the system in terms of counting if I straight up set the additional signal a equal amount of blocks every time away from the currently established plank setup. Because I already have the one signal that goes over there. If I just put the second one like right next to it, then I don't need to count. And therefore that'll save me time. That's the top of that block not rendering. That's weird. It's just straight up not there. Okay, so we are looking at taking care of more of these slimes again. Hey, good news is I don't think that grass block was chucked anymore. Yay. Alright, so this one, yeah, this is the one that will work. Oink. Yeah, that sends a signal. Okay, so then, as tested before, this is the one that's not gonna work, right? If pre-classic cobble hurts your eyes, you have weak eyes. You should, I thought you would have gotten used to staring at the old cobble textures just from Ultimate Polycraft Pack and using the Ruby Dunk cobble. Yeah, I'm just gonna set this here. That way, each one, I know this is like highly inefficient having this be such a short path, but this way, all I know is that I'll be able to have the wires just go straight across for all of these, because now I know it is exactly one block gap, and then this one. So much. I beg to differ. I'm still gonna go with you have weak eyes. Oh, I did this wrong. Need to chop that one off. Can I reach that from here? Hey, I can. Oh, I need to set that to output. Okay. Now I can plop that down. Now I am definitely capable of having a wire go from here to here. Yep, turns on. Okay. Okay, so, nope, did that wrong because I need to plop down. Need to set that to output first before I can put down the connector. Was that even going to reach? We're about to find out. This might work without having any obstructions. Yeah, I saw that slime coming for me. Aha! Cool. Therefore, I'm pretty certain all 5 of these are now functioning correctly. Yep. Okay, so all these switches, the first one plus these 5, these are now functioning as intended because they are now because the override switch is on. They are all in the correct power state. Num 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 num. Okay, I'll just start setting that up there. And I was right. I'm already running low on connectors. But oh well. So plop that down. Set that to output. Set that. If that portal's over there, I'm like right at the halfway mark. I think I'm just gonna set up the pillars first then. I might end up with an odd number. I don't know. Okay, well, either way, let me just start working on the plank pillars, because now I don't need to count anymore. That's easier. I'll be able to just plop down the connectors from below and not have any issues with that. Nope, that's alright. There we go, that is. Because it's the 1 block diagonal plus the 1 block diagonal. Sun's going down, it's going to be time to catch some Z's soon. 4. And then the last one, because I'm fairly certain it's going to be able to reach from here. In fact, I guess I might be able to have it. Okay, that does not cross. Therefore, it'll probably be fine if I put the connector on this side. It might be all right. Okay, well, let us now venture through. All right. I came back here because I needed more of the connectors, and there is still a little bit of clay left over, but I think we'll still be fine on the wire coils. I'm fairly certain there's going to be enough. When I head up, I'll catch my Z's. Boop. Look at all those trees. I'll need to go tree chopping soon, when possible. My wheat grew. I'll need to acquire all of that as well. And I think while I'm up here, I'm going to put the blue portal back, since I don't believe I'll need to be running back and forth anymore. Therefore, I'll put the blue portal back where it belongs. Indeed, Team Tree doing what it does and chopping down trees. Work the coal is done. If I can toss that in as we acquire more Uran. We'll be getting more Uran later. Z. Okay. So next up is, I'm gonna toss slime balls, don't need that anymore. And we're gonna hope that I have, so that's gonna make what, 4 each, 8. Will I